नमस्ते नमस्ते भैया। ओ ओ ओ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
पदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वसुदेवसुतं देवम्
तदेव सुतं देवम्
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
कंसचारूढमर्दनम्
देवकी परमानन्दम्
देवकी परमानन्दम्
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
मिं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
I will say the 12th shloka of 12th chapter, which is the summary of the teaching. श्रेयो हि ज्ञानम् अभ्यासात्
प्रियो हि ज्ञानम् अभ्यासात्
ज्ञानाध्यानं विशिष्यते।
ध्यानाध्यानम् विशिष्यते।
ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः
ध्यानात् कर्मफलस्त्यागः
त्यागात् शान्ति अनन्तरम्।
त्यागः शान्ति अनन्तरम्।
So Bhagavan, but while explaining, Bhagavan is given this. This is the simplest path, right? Any shastra, any teaching will say start with abhyas, and the ultimate goal is anantaram, uninterrupted peace. Because our peace is piecemeal basis, right? That's our problem, right? So what Bhagavan is saying, anantaram peace means that is satya, that is anand, that is parameshwar, that is aham brahmasmi, that is tattvamasi. Everything has come into Shanti Anantaram, because that's the ultimate goal for of the human life, right? Why we are living for Shanti. So that's that shlok is perfect. It just describes everything what we need, but it's starting with abhyas. That is important. Now the seventh shlok of second chapter, which is Arjun's Pratana, which is our Pratana too. कार्पण्य दोषो उपहत स्वभावः
कर्पण्यदोषोपहत् स्वभावः
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेता।
यच्छ्रेयः स्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे।
यच्छ्रेयस्यानिश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे।
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्।
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमा त्वं प्रपन्नम्।
So Arjun is saying that my swabhav means what I am supposed identity, we can say, right? That is upahat, that is hurt, or that is I am actually, and that's why I'm carpenter upahat swabhav prachami tvam dharma sammud. So I'm confused about my swadharma, dharma sammud cheta. So I come to you as your shishya. Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Please guide my buddhi. Shadimam is buddhi towards the Shreyas. So that's a wonderful prayer, right? That's what we want. What is the best choice for me in any situation? And that comes only, there's only one way, that all the teachings say that, the Vivek. There is no other way. All of us have same problem, right? We all know what is right. But when the situation comes, either it is my illusion or my greed or my ignorance or various ways, I forget what I'm supposed to do that. And that's the problem Arjun has, right? And we all face those things. And that is dharma sammudha cheta. So Arjun was a very smart student. He said, you tell me what is Shreyas. Shreyas means which is good for all. And Bhagavan Krishna himself is a classic example. All his life, he did everything, whatever he did for Shreyas, which is good for all. So that's the prayer. And then answer to that prayer, the entire Bhagavad Gita, and which we are enjoying. Arjun enjoyed, of course, and we are also enjoying. So good, Arjun had that beautiful question on our behalf thousands of years ago, right? And this question remains the same, right? Still, everybody, that's the Bhagavad Gita is very relevant, because the question is relevant. That's why all the answers are relevant. So we are on 13th chapter. Last time we saw that the 13th chapter, the whole description is kshetra kshetragya. Kshetra means again in simple terms body. Kshetragya means the consciousness who can observe. Body is an object in that sense, and subject can observe the object. So subject means the observer. So that is Kshetragya. And then Arjun asked Kshetragya, what is Gyan Geyam? Oh, and now third question he's going to ask, which we'll see today. So last time we saw that he asked, what is Geyam? What is to be known? And before that, there were 20 qualities Bhagavan explained, that is Jnanam. And simply we saw those qualities are, for example, Arjavam, and then Amanitvam, Ahimsa. All those qualities are Bhagavan saying those are Gyan. Gyan in the sense, once we have those quality, you have the Gyan. If you have Amanitvam, means you are a Gyani. It's like there's nothing else to be known. Yeah. Uske liye you don't have to have a PhD in Amanitvam. Atma Shuddhi is enough to have Amanitvam. Amanitvam means, man means me. Amanitvam means the me is dropped or I is dropped. That's it. Yes. So there all those qualities are there. Bhagavan already said. Now Bhagavan Arjuna is saying what is to be known. And then Bhagavan is, we saw last time we gave the description. So that shlok was 16. In that last time we'll just recap it and then move forward. So 16 shlok of 13th chapter. Arjuna asked what is to be known, and answering that Bhagavan is saying that. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam cha sisthitam bhut cha tadgeyam grasishnu pravavishnu cha. So Bhagavan is saying कि विभाग रहित एक रूप से आकाश के सदृश परिपूर्ण हुआ भी चराचर संपूर्ण भूतों में पृथक पृथक के सदृश स्थित होता है, ऐसा प्रतीत होता है। जानने योग्य परमात्मा विष्णु रूप से भूतों को धारण पोषण करने वाला, रुद्र रूप से संहार करने वाला और ब्रह्मा रूप से सबका उत्पन्न करने वाला है। एंड दैट्स व्हाट भगवान सेड कि दिस इज ऑल, दिस इज टू बी नोन, नथिंग other than this to be known. So when Arjuna asked, so Naveen bhai, you want to read the English part of it?
Undivided and yet existing as if divided in beings, and that which is to be known is the sustainer of beings, destroyer, and the creator.
Yeah, so that's what we say, like we feel the Bhagavan says undivided. Very simple example, a lot of examples are given, like the space. And there are many rooms in the house, but it is just one space. We have divided, we have created walls, but space is one. So, and we feel, oh, they're divided. There's no division. Similarly, if we have to, these examples are given for tangible things, object, but we can look at the human being. We are all, that's why that quote my Guruji gave, that we are all different, but we are not separate. We are different bodily, there is a reason, but the essence of all of us, that Atma is just one. And that's what Bhagavan is saying here, that Avibhaktam is indivisible. You cannot say this Paramatma cannot be that Geyam jo janna hai, jis jo Paramatma, Satya. And Satya is same for me, Satya is same for a 4-year-old kid, Satya is same for a 80-year-old man, Satya is same for a young person. Satya is Satya. Satya cannot be divided. And that's what Bhagavan is saying. So one thing which we have to, when this shlok we read, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Bhagavan said, same person is Brahma, same is Vishnu, same is Mahesh, koi alag kuch nahi hai. And it's not a, Prabha Vishnu means not a creator, it's the origin. And the creation word we use sometimes, but there's no creation, it is just the manifestation. It's always existing, there's nothing to be created, it is always there. So that's why that word creation, we use it, but in English, there's a limitation, but it is Vishnu means it's always existing. And same Bhagavan says sustainer also, Bharta, and then Grasishnu. When it is not needed, it dissolves and then recreate. Because there's not, dissolve means nothing is going to die, to be finished, right? So annihilation is nothing there, right? There is no annihilation. Annihilation is dissolving to recreate. So that is Bhagavan says, if you know that, that is good enough. So there is one very good statement somebody has given, that जो ये ज्ञेयम है, जो ज्ञान है, इसको जानने से क्या होगा? सो हमारे गुरुजी थे, बहुत सिंपल बात करते थे ही यूज्ड टू से कि जो दुख मिटा दे, जो सफरिंग मिटा दे, जो जो डिल्यूजन है, जो मूढ़ता मिटा दे, वो ज्ञान। दैट्स इट। और वो कुछ भी हो सकता है, वो एक भजन भी हो सकता है, वो पूरा एक शास्त्र हो सकता है, या एक ओम ही हो सकता है, काफी है। जो भी चीज आप, दे कैन रिमूव योर दुख, योर सफरिंग, योर डिल्यूजन, दैट इज ज्ञान। सो इट्स सिंपल से भगवान जी बोले कि भगवान को जानने का मतलब ये है कि, तो जय कृष्णमूर्ति वॉज वेरी known philosopher. He used to say that same answer, that the ज्ञान is what which gives you the liberation, जिसको हमने मोक्ष कहा है. The whole purpose of saying moksha, Hindu teaching is moksha means release, right? And that is happens through jnana. Jnana this, so that's what Bhagavan is saying also. So Krishnamurti said he says freedom from known is the jnana. क्या बात है? Like look at the statement. It looks like a wordplay, but it's very profound. Freedom from known gives you the joy, आनंद कहें या मोक्ष कहें. Freedom from known, he's saying. And now we are saying we are talking about the Gyan. So what he is saying, freedom from all this garbage. We saw one of the shlok, right? Earlier, Gyan wali jab baat ho rahi thi, all these qualities are Gyan, rest is garbage. So freedom from, we think we know. So that's why he used the term, the human being is a historical self. All we know about ourselves is history. मैंने ये किया था, मैं वहां पैदा हुआ, मैंने ये किया, my thing is this. Everything is that about me in the memory is just a history. So he used to say the human being is a historical self. So getting rid of that historical self is the freedom. And it is very true. हम सब लोग दुखी दुनिया में क्यों रहते हैं? Only reason is कि we have a past. और of course future which has not come. तो future is anxiety, we all know that. इसलिए भगवान ने पहली टीचिंग, पहला श्लोक बोला, जो 12th श्लोक, दैट्स व्हाट ही सेज अर्जुन को, कि भाई जो चला गया है और जो जाने वाला है, दोनों के लिए तो परेशान हो रहा है. गतासून अगतासूंश्च नानु शोचन्ति पंडिता. द गतासून मीन्स द पास्ट, अगतासून इज द फ्यूचर. नानु पंडित, दे डोंट ग्रीव फॉर दैट, एंड वी ऑल ग्रीव फॉर दैट. Our grief is that, oh, future में भी अगर सोचा भी कि अरे something will not happen, and we are grieving for that which is not yet, we don't know it's going to happen or not, and the past is already gone. We grieve for that, and that is भगवान से, that is अपंडिता, मतलब भगवान का मूड, इसको भगवान कह सकते हैं. So and that's what, so he's very right, Krishnamurti, that freedom from known, historical known, ये सब मैंने इतना जान लिया, ये कर लिया, just forget about. Vinod Bhave used to say very rightly that if you start forgetting things, it's good. Ishwar's kripa. Just, अरे मेरे को उसका नाम याद नहीं आ रहा. It's okay. नहीं आ रहा है. You don't need to. And he used to say, it's better you forget things as you grow old. Just remember भगवान का नाम याद रखें या कोई अच्छे भाव याद रखें. You don't have to remember lot of past, right? And that's what भगवान, so यहाँ पर भी भगवान, that's what भगवान says, already described those 20 qualities. That's it. वो अगर दिमाग में है, अमानित्वम है, and all those qualities, अहिंसा है, अभिचारिणी भक्ति है, आचार उपासनम है, आत्मविनिग्रह है, that is it. That's so let's get rid of historical self, which freedom from known. Very nice word given by J. Krishnamurti, and that is knowledge, what he says. So with that we'll go to 7th shloka, right? 7th shloka is just repeated, but 17th, right? 13th chapter. ज्योतिषाम अपि तज्ज्योतिः
ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिषि
तमसः परम उच्यते
तमसः परमुच्यते
ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं
ज्ञानं ज्ञानमगम्यं
हृदि सर्वस्य वित्विष्टितम्.
इति सर्वस्य विशिष्टतम.
Yeah.
वह परम ब्रह्म, ज्योतियों का भी ज्योति एवं माया से अत्यंत परे कहा जाता है. वह परमात्मा बोध स्वरूप, जानने के योग्य एवं तत्व ज्ञान से प्राप्त करने योग्य है और सबके हृदय में विशेष रूप से स्थित है.
The light, even of lights, that is said to be beyond darkness, knowledge, that which is to be known, goal of knowledge seated in the hearts of all.
कितने बढ़िया बात बोली. So the goal of knowledge is seated in the hearts of all. And what is the goal of knowledge? We just saw that. The one which gives the moksha, which releases me from the past, the historical self. That is the knowledge. And Bhagavan is saying here, you don't have to go anywhere. Rati Vishtitam, right in your heart. You don't have to, like, that's what a lot of confusion in this world, that I had to do a lot of research to know. You know, what is to be known is right there in your heart itself. You have to just realize that. That's what we call it, like anubhuti or realization. So if we remember that very story, very known story, we used to read that in our childhood days, and very famous story, that there was a beggar and he was always looking for the alms people used to give him, and bada garib aadmi tha, अच्छा आदमी था, but everybody used to give him, and then he all his life he was sitting in as a place where every day उसकी छोटी सी जो भी झोपड़ी, whatever it is, and he used to get the begging, he used to do that, and he used to get alms from people, and छोटा मोटा पैसा होगा. Finally one day he died, and then died. People say that now this person is gone, so this land can be used for something else, because there's a poor guy has a few 5 feet of land, and they said, okay, let's make something here. So they dig that land to make something, and they figured out there was a treasure inside that, and this guy was sitting the whole life on the treasure as a beggar. And finally they, बोले ये सारी जिंदगी भीख मांग रहा था, इसी के नीचे ट्रेजर था, कभी उसने सोचा भी नहीं. भगवान is saying रति विष्टितम, हम सोचते नहीं है, we'll do all kind of rituals and all kind of yatra and all kind of things we'll do भगवान को पाने के लिए. ये right in your हृदय I'm there. We have to do all these things for a very different reason, but most of us are confused, saying कि कुछ शांति कहीं और मिलेगी. Bhagavan is saying Rati Vishtitam, right in there. And that's what, so that the Gyan is nowhere outside. As Krishnamurti says, freedom from known. Remove all the garbage, and one day, oh, right, so inside sitting me, Gyan. हम लोग जब ध्यान करते हैं, that's what we do, right? Slowly we shut down all the senses, and we say that I am not the senses, I am not the memory even. I am that Sakshi Chaitanya, and that is the Gyan. That's what Bhagavan is saying. Now we go to 18th slok. New topic will start from here. Actually 19th se, but 18 we'll read that. Iti kshetram tatha jnanam gyeyam choktam samasatah
ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासतः
madbhakta etad vigyaya
मद्भक्त एतद्विजाय
madbhavaya upapadyate.
मद्भावायोपपद्यते. इस प्रकार क्षेत्र तथा ज्ञान और जानने योग्य परमात्मा का स्वरूप संक्षेप से कहा गया है. मेरा भक्त इसको तत्व से जानकर मेरे स्वरूप को प्राप्त होता है.
Thus, the kshetra, field as well as knowledge, and that which has to be known have been briefly stated. Knowing this, my devotee attains my being.
Yeah, so Bhagavan says, you ask me kshetra, jnana, ye, I told all of that. And Bhagavan is saying, samasa, sankshep, very nice, because there are whole, like, pages and pages written on this topic. And Bhagavan is very, like, in few shlok, he has explained very clearly what is kshetra, what is to be known. And Bhagavan says, mad bhakta, see, tattva se jankar, vigya, because puri Gita mein we had gone many times that this word Bhagavan has used many times, tattvata. And his emphasis that you need to know whatever you need to know. Doesn't matter Gita hai, Bhagavan, Krishna hai. Know the essence. Exactly. So know the essence means I have all the sweets, but the essence of sweet is sweetness. It's not the sugar. The sweetness of the sugar is the essence. And that's what saying ki, and how what is tattva? Again, पहले श्लोक में कहा हृदय विष्टितम, कोई बाहर कुछ भी नहीं है, सब अंदर ही है. And that's the reason dhyan is the best way, best tool, which doesn't need any prop, any training, any outside help to realize that what Bhagavan jo bol rahe hain, tattvata. तत्वतम इज इनसाइड. एंड ध्यान के जैसे जैसे हम अभ्यास करते थे ईश्वर भगवान से, श्रेयो ही ज्ञानम अभ्यासा ज्ञाना ध्यानम विशिष्यते. Once we do that dhyan with the process, then we realize, oh, it is right there. This is the tattva, essence. वो अंदर से ही मिलेगा, बाहर से कहीं मिलेगा नहीं. But we have to prepare ourselves for that. Now the new topic starts with the 19th shloka. Very powerful topic. प्रकृतिम पुरुषम चैव
प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव
विद्य एव विद्धि अनादि उभावपि
विद्यनादि उभावपि
विकारांश गुणांश्चैव
विकारांश गुणाश्चैव
विद्धि प्रकृति संभवान.
वृद्धि प्रकृति संभवान. प्रकृति और पुरुष, इन दोनों को ही अनादि जान और राग द्वेषादि विकारों को तथा त्रिगुणात्मक संपूर्ण पदार्थों को भी प्रकृति से ही उत्पन्न जान.
Know that Prakriti, matter, and Purush, spirit, are both beginningless. And know also that modifications and gunas, qualities, are born of Prakriti.
Yeah, so this is like few more shlokas will follow, but this is one of the most discussed topic in the darshan, like the philosophy, especially the Eastern philosophy, Bharat, the Prakriti and Purush. And this is followed in many other, and of course there is a Sankhya whole philosophy. There are 6 schools of thought, 8 basically. So one of that is Sankhya. And Sankhya is the whole Shastra. Kapil Muni wrote Sankhya. So Bhagwan has brought that, but Sankhya, in that sense, what we are reading is very raw, because Sankhya says there is no Bhagwan. There is a Prakriti and Purush. That's it. So Purush means they say there is a power, and Prakriti is nature, like what we see that. Prakriti is nature, whatever we see. And Purush is one who can see that. We call it Sakshi here, right? The Sankhya says. And then Sankhya, we saw last time there are 24 elements. It starts from Mool Prakriti, means the primordial nature, and then it comes to Buddhi and 5 senses of perception, 5 senses of action, and then the subtle. So there are 24 elements. We saw that, right? Prakriti, including Man. And so that is all Sankhya. Bhagavan has given that Sankhya, and he says Samasena very briefly. So the Bhagavad Gita is a Vedanta Shastra, which says everything is Bhagavan. Even Purush is also Bhagavan, Prakriti is also Bhagavan, which Sankhya doesn't agree. And there is India में तो debate भी होती है, अब तो नहीं होती, but they used to have debate and all those things. But according to me, when I read Bhagavad Gita, and of course Sankhya, I have read some Sankhya study also, Gita is a hybrid model. Bhagavan has taken Sankhya principle, also Purush and Prakriti. The term he has used it here, exactly from what is used in Sankhya, but bringing to the understanding of a devotee in this sense, right? So it's a very hybrid model, because otherwise हमारे यहाँ द्वैत है, which they think Bhagavan is separate and we are separate. Vedanta says no, everything is one, but they still borrow the language Purush and Prakriti, and Bhagavan will explain here. Purush is the Sakshi, Prakriti is which is to be observed, like the object. So that's why it is. मैं तो काफी like I have studied इसको पढ़ के और भी चीजें I studied, but I see that Naveen bhai, आप like I'm sure you've done the Sankhya is so detailed, and at this one stage you feel like what is I'm studying, right? It's so, and Bhagavan has brought that in like few shlok, 4-5 shlok में पूरा Sankhya को same principle he brought, and he's very nicely explained what is that. So that's the beauty of Bhagavad Gita and this teaching, right? So Bhagavan is saying Prakriti again. Prakriti means Paramat Purush. Purush, and there is a definition, Purushe iti Purush. The one who lives in this Puri. Puri means the body. That is Purush. Ush is a word which is used for Ush. Like abhi, now we see our Purushan is going on. Like our Jain tradition ka. Purushan just finished. And then you see all those emails going around, right? Michhami dukkadam. All the email and WhatsApp पे सब message भेजते रहते हैं, मिच्छामि दुक्कडम means my dushkritam, दुक्कडम बोलते हैं, दुष्कृतम is all my evil deeds should not impact you. Michhami means not impact you or harm you. If it is, then I'm sorry. And that's what they say, like once in a year after. So Paryushan will be complete. Paryushan means tapas. Ushan means again tap. Tap means austerity, right? And Jain tradition is very stringent or strict on austerity, tapas. But tapas क्यों? तपस करने के बाद ये भाव आपके मन में आएगा कि आई कैन से दैट्स ए ह्यूमिलिटी. आई एम सॉरी, आई मेड ए मिस्टेक, मिच्छामि दुक्कड़म, माय दुष्कृतम, जो मेरे से कुछ गलती अगर हो गई है, एंड दैट इज द परिणाम ऑफ तपस. दैट इज पर्यूषण के बाद वो बोलते हैं. आई एम श्योर, तो मेरा इंटरप्रिटेशन है, बट आई एम श्योर द जैन मुनीज हैव द सेम इंटरप्रिटेशन. व्हाई यू विल से अदरवाइज? बट दैट्स वेरी पावरफुल. लाइक सेम थिंग कि पुरुष मीन्स द वन हु अंडरस्टैंड्स, दैट इज पुरुष. तो ये पर्यूषण साधना करने के बाद आपके अंदर ये ताकत आती है दैट यू आर दैट उष्णता, कि आप कह सकते हैं कि आई एम सॉरी. इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू से. दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक मुझे पर्यूषण से याद आ गया. बट एट द सेम टाइम look at that, right? We do all these, like पर्यूषण है और अदर ट्रेडिशंस है, ऑल डिफरेंट टाइम. हमारे यहाँ तो अभी लास्ट वीक हरताल का तीज पूजा थी, जिसमें पार्वती जी ने व्रत किया शिव जी को पाने के लिए, तपस्या करी, तो शिव जी से उनका विवाह हुआ. उसके नेक्स्ट डे गणेश चतुर्थी आई. दे गॉट ए चाय गणेश विच इज विघ्नेश्वर. पूरी दुनिया को, ऑल द ऑब्स्टिकल गणेश विल रिमूव, दैट्स व्हाई वी वर्शिप विघ्नेश्वर. ऑल दीज थिंग्स. नवरात्रि आएगी and other traditions also, Christianity may be. All this what we are doing, why we are doing it? For the purification. For myself, all traditions, they are focusing on your individual purification. जब हम सब ठीक हो जाएंगे तो दुनिया ठीक हो जाएगी. Let's not worry about कि दुनिया को ठीक कर दें. But at the same time, this morning, this guy went to, and this yesterday morning, right? The school में the children, that Annunciation Church in Minneapolis. Same discussion was happening. How to make life Annunciation का मतलब, Annunciation Church means some good news, something good to be told to kids. And I'm sure the prayer was going on, and there's some crazy guy went off and killed those kids, right? So look at that. That means the problem is with not the, of course, overall system we have to improve, but the individual has to be changed. Then only the whole society. So इसलिए हमारे यहाँ जो भी है, I mean, मुझे उससे याद आ गया, मैं इसको पढ़ रहा था. पुरुष मीन्स जो पवित्र, शुद्धि, and that is the goal of all these teachings. Anyway, I little diverted because that Paryushan and this incident came to my mind. But all our teachings are to make sure that we become pure, we become harmonious, we become peaceful. But there are people, but we have to keep doing this, because otherwise the whole world will not be worth living. If these, and we'll next chapter में जब पढ़ेंगे तो हम we'll see that tamas, tamogun and rajogun, that tamogun, rajogun is the cause of all these disturbance, all these conflicts happening in this world. And that's the reason these teachings are very important, because individuals have to purify themselves. So anyway, so Purush, coming to Purush. So Purush means which is Nirgun, Nirvikar, Satya, Chetan Tattva is Purush. Nirgun, Nirvikar means attributeless, no modification, changeless. And the truth. Truth is always stands with. So Purush is truth. Truth means which never changes. That is truth. Satya means which never changes. Changeless is Satya. And then Chetan. That is the consciousness principle. Tattva means principle, we can say. That is Purush. And exactly opposite of that, which is Sagun, which is an attribute, we can say, oh, it's a green tree, oh, a big mountain, oh, the flowing river. All these attributes are given to any object. That is Prakriti. There's Sagun. And of course, Mithya, there is a term used. Mithya means not the false, but which appears true but may not be true, or which is impermanent. Buddhists have taken that word nicely, the impermanent. Anything impermanent is not truth, because truth is always same. That's why we call Mithya. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Mithya means it is impermanent. It is going to go away. I cannot say this, I will live this car forever. Nobody can guarantee tomorrow you'll be total. Who knows? I cannot say that if I have this, then it will remain forever. Nothing is forever. We saw that like 8 or 10-year-old kids can lose their life. Who knows? The parents never think of those. But so, and that is called Prakriti. Everything which is modifiable and impermanent is Prakriti. And it is also called Maya. We'll see in the next chapter about Maya. So Maya, and which has 3 guna, which is the 14th chapter. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. And that is Maya. So Prakriti is Maya. Maya means again illusion, sometimes which appears true, but it is not true. So Prakriti is called Maya also in our Shastra. So Bhagavan is saying that the Purush is one, in dono ko jaan, Bhagavan is saying. And they are driven, Prakriti is driven by Triguna. तीनों गुण प्रकृति से और राग द्वेष विकार also. See, rag dvesh means very simple terms, likes and dislikes. The moment I go out and I see something, oh, I don't dislike, I like this. That means Prakriti is working through us. I am also Prakriti. And that thought comes in mind. And the Purush, which is consciousness is ever changeless. It's a pure principle. इसलिए हम लोग बोलते हैं सत्व गुण जो पढ़ेंगे. So pure में you cannot have likes and dislikes. It is pure. It's as it is, accepted as it is. That is consciousness. But फिर भी मुझे लगता है मुझे चीजें पसंद है नहीं पसंद है. The moment I feel that the Prakriti working through me, and that's why one of the shlok also earlier, guna guneshu vartante. They function within ourselves. 14th chapter और detail पढ़ेंगे. Within ourselves, without me in sometime knowing that it works. And I say, oh, did I do this? I did that. I means, yeah, the Prakriti was doing through you. So Bhagavan is saying, but we'll see aage, both are within us. There is no separate Prakriti, there is no separate Purush. We'll see that. So that we'll go to the next shlok. Yeah, but this chapter, the whole thing is about Prakriti and Purush. So Prakriti, which is inert, which is changeable, which is asatya. Asatya in the sense not untruth, but which is impermanent. And we think it is permanent. And Purush, which is nirvikar, consciousness, truth, that is Chetan Tattva. Or Prithvi is Achetan. That's the Bhagavan wanted to say that. So 20th shlok, right? Karya karana kratatve.
कार्य करण कर्तव्य
हेतु प्रकृतिर उच्यते.
हेतु प्रकृतिरुच्यते.
पुरुष सुख दुःखानां.
पुरुष सुख दुःखानां.
भोक्तृत्वे हेतुर उच्यते.
भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते. कार्य और कारण को उत्पन्न करने में हेतु प्रकृति कही जाती है और जीवात्मा सुख दुखों के भोक्तापन में अर्थात भोगने में हेतु कहा जाता है.
In the production of effect and cause, Prakriti, matter, is said to be the cause. In the experience of pleasure and pain, Purush, the spirit, is said to be the cause.
Yeah, so we hear all the time cause and effect. There's a very simple principle used in many. So there is a cause for any effect. And here we say karya and karan. Karan means the cause and effect is the karya. So anything we are seeing in this world, objectified world, the Prakriti when he is saying, he is the primordial nature, which is a source of everything. So anything I see, or अभी कल मेरे को किसी ने बताया कि somebody was telling कहीं WhatsApp में कुछ आता है इंडिया की न्यूज़ में, they saw कि वो एक there is a Shivji temple in somewhere South India, and there is a Nandi sitting in front of the temple, and the Nandi size is increasing. And they are all, oh, पूजा होने लग गई उसकी नंदी की, और the people get, oh, कुछ miracle हो रहा है. वो नंदी, the bell size, वो stone piece है, वो बढ़ता जा रहा है, and वो टीवी में दिखाया था, and so it is true. हाँ, तो मेरे से किसी ने पूछा कि कैसे हो रहा है. अरे दिस इज ऑल प्रकृति भाई. नंदी अभी किधर से नंदी, समथिंग इज हैपनिंग, राइट? इट इज नेचर. सो दैट्स एग्जैक्टली भगवान से कार्य कर. ऐसा कुछ भी हम देखते हैं ना तो कोई चमत्कार नहीं है. दिस इज ऑल प्रकृति. अब वो गणेश जी दूध पी रहे हैं, ये सब प्रकृति के कारण. इसमें कोई गणेश जी भगवान आके नहीं दूध पी रहे हैं. सेम थी वो नंदी बड़े हो रहे हैं तो लोग बहुत परेशान है कि नंदी. अरे नंदी को कुछ नहीं चाहिए. डोंट वरी, आप बिल्कुल चिंता नहीं करो. शिव जी और नंदी अपने आप खुश हैं. आप लोग बट उसी में लोग परेशान हो रहे हैं कि नंदी बड़े हो रहे हैं। प्रकृति के अपने कुछ नियम, कुछ होगा, समथिंग इज हैपनिंग इन दैट स्टोन पीस. So that effect, cause and effect. That's what Bhagwan exactly wants to say that here. Don't get confused by all these things. कि अभी हम लोग देखते हैं when the solar eclipse happen, right? There are scientific reasons for that कि we should not do this thing, that thing, but प्रकृति हैज इट्स ओन कोर्स. अभी क्यों एक्लिप्स होता है, क्यों बीच में कोई आ जाता है, इट इज नेचर. वो दे हैंडल इट. वी लेट्स नॉट डू कि हम यज्ञ करेंगे तो कुछ, वो सोलर एक्लिप्स को कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. वो प्रकृति के अपने नियम. आप यज्ञ करो अपनी मन शांति के लिए, दैट्स फाइन, बट डोंट डोंट ट्राई टू चेंज थॉट की प्रकृति में. जैसे वो एक वन देयर वाज अ यज्ञ, देयर वाज अ ड्राउट इन द टाउन. इज अनदर ओल्ड स्टोरी, हम लोग सुनते थे. एंड देन रेन इज नॉट हैपनिंग, सो समबडी सजेस्टेड भाई यज्ञ करो, यज्ञ करो तो रेन होगी. ठीक है, हमारे ऐसा कुछ मानते हैं. तो अभी मंदिर में बड़ी पूजा अरेंज करी, वो फ्लायर वायर गए, सब लोग इकट्ठे होने, मंदिर में इकट्ठे होंगे, यज्ञ करेंगे तो फिर बारिश होगी. ओ एक फादर ने बच्चे को बोला भी बड़ा चलो मंदिर में, तो इज इट पॉसिबल? या फादर सेड यज्ञ करेंगे बारिश होगी, हमारे शास्त्रों में लिखा है. अच्छा ठीक है, बच्चे ने सोचा ठीक है फादर कह रहे हैं. अब दे वेंट आउट एंड व्हेन दे आर रीचिंग ऑलमोस्ट टेम्पल, तो फादर सॉ दैट द लिटिल किड हैड एन अम्ब्रेला इन हिज हैंड. And kid asked, Dad, where is your umbrella? He said, why? He said, it's going to rain, right? We're doing the yajna. And then father was like, kind of look at that, see. उस बच्चे ने सोचा कि अब यज्ञ तो होगा तो बारिश, अम्ब्रेला लेके ही चलते हैं. तो उसने बोला, यू डिडंट बिलीव दैट? आई नो. तो हम लोग ऐसा, ये प्रकृति के नियम अपने चलते हैं. वी कैन डू फॉर अवर पीस एंड शांति के लिए, बट लेट्स नॉट. दैट्स व्हाट भगवान इज सेइंग. वेरी क्लियर मैसेज हियर. And then Bhagavan says, now very important here is Purusha. See, this shlok is to be read in very like intellectual concept way also. So Bhagavan is saying Purusha sarv dukkhanam bhoktatve hetu uchyate. जो भी हमको, like we have suffering, pain, likes and dislikes, राग द्वेष, all these are suffering basically. अच्छा लगना बुरा लगना दोनों suffering है, क्योंकि अच्छा लगता है तो समथिंग बुरा भी लगेगा. सो भगवान इज सेइंग दैट्स व्हाट सुख दुखा नाम, सुख एंड दुख. एंड वेरी पावरफुल वर्ड ख मीन्स द ख मीन्स वी कैन से संसार और द थिंग्स अराउंड मी इज ख. सुख मीन्स द फेवरेबल. व्हेन द थिंग्स आर फेवरेबल अराउंड मी, इट इज सुख. We all know that if things are favorable, I am sukhi. I feel sukhi, right? I am not sukhi, but I think. And dukh means du means unfavorable. When the situation, things, or the people around me are not favorable, it is dukh. Kha means the things, sansar. Dukh means unfavorable. When things are not in favor, oh, the immigration policies are changing. मुझे दुख हो गया, because the things are not in favor, my favor. So Bhagavan is saying this Purush is the Karan. Which Purush? Now we have to be very careful. Not the awareness, the consciousness Purush. The Purush who is identifying himself or herself with the body. So because Purush is the source of this body. So and maybe अगले श्लोक में आएगा इसे, बड़ा प्यारा शब्द आएगा, बहुत प्यारा. Like, yeah, we'll read that श्लोक and then next time we'll discuss more, but we'll read that. So Bhagavan is saying the sukh dukkha karan Purush, but we have to be very careful. There are three things. One is Prakriti, which is nature, which is very clear, which is impermanent object. Then there is a Purush, which is the awareness, the untended nirgun or pure consciousness, pure awareness. But in between this Purush, who's like a hybrid personality, which we are, we call it Jivatma. So that person is causing the dukkha sukh. Because dukkha and sukh are nothing but, it's just body. I mean, I have a pain in my leg. It's not my leg, it is the leg which has the pain. The moment I say my leg, then I have the dukkha and sukh. So that is what Bhagavan trying to say, that Purush who's, we have to supply that. Purush who is identifying himself or herself with the body, and that is called Agyan. That is called Maya. That's what the Maya word is. वो हमारे स्वामी दयानंद जी बोलते थे कि माया इज सच ए पावरफुल वर्ड कि इंडिया में रिक्शे वाले को पूछो तो वो बोलते थे अरे भाई साहब ये सब माया है, चलो आगे बढ़ो आप. लाइक दैट. वो माया शब्द इंडिया में सब, ऑटो रिक्शा, एवरीबडी नोज, राइट. कुछ ज़्यादा किसी से डिस्कस करो, अरे भाई साहब आगे बढ़ो, ये सब माया है. Everybody knows what Maya is. Maya is that ignorance where that consciousness, awareness, Purush who's pure thinks that I am this body. That's it. That is the entire teaching actually. Whole that is Agyan. The whole purpose of this is to remove that. So we'll just read very quickly 21 shlok and move. We'll continue next time, right? But it's a very nice word actually. That's what I want to read that word. So Purusha Prakriti Sthito Hi
पुरुष प्रकृतिस्थो हि
भुंक्ते प्रकृतिजान गुणान
भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान गुणान्
कारणं गुण संगोस्य
कारणं गुणसङ्गोऽस्य
सद्योनिजम जन्मसु
सदस्य योगिनम जन्मसु।
जन्मसु
प्रकृति में स्थित ही पुरुष प्रकृति से उत्पन्न त्रिगुणात्मक पदार्थों को भोगता है और इन गुणों का संग ही इस जीवात्मा के अच्छी बुरी योनियों में जन्म लेने का कारण है।
Purush, the spirit seated in Prakriti matter, indeed experiences the gunas, qualities born of Prakriti. Attachment to the gunas is the cause of birth in good and evil wombs.
Right. So next time we'll meet, we'll go into detail. This is a very nice slow. But one word which we have to take, and because next week we'll not meet because Labor Day, I'm going out for. But one word which is very important, Prakritist, established in Prakriti. Look at that. Bhagavan is saying that for the Purush. The Purush who is established is identifying, who's thinking that I am Prakriti. And that's what happened to us, right? When we say my passport, I don't say I am the passport, but feeling is that when I say my passport, actually I become the passport. Passport तो चलो फिर भी ठीक है, हमें चाहिए रहता है गवर्नमेंट, but my car, and I say I become the car. If somebody scratches my car, as if I'm getting scratched on my body, the feeling we have, the moment, that is Prakritist Purush. That is what Prakritist means. I am established, I am in the car actually. If somebody is, or the car is still tangible, हमारे तो सारी सन्यासियों के साथ एग्जाम्पल भी है कि if somebody says, and for example, I'm sitting in one room and other room somebody is saying that, oh, Sanjay Mehta is a stupid guy, right? Or I'm sitting here and just the word hearing, that disturbs me because I'm so much established in, because all these things is he's talking about the body or the mind, the intellect, which is Prakriti. But I get disturbed. I lose that and I forget I am awareness. I forget my Sakshi nature. Anything that makes me forget my Sakshi nature is Maya. And I am established in that. That's why I'm disturbed. And that becomes Maya. So we'll stop in a minute or so. So I'll just give a small incident. How do we are, there was a Gandhi ashram in Lucknow when I was very young that time. So I still remember that incident. I cannot forget. It's like a 45 years ago this happened. Right? You Gandhi ashram, there are a lot of leather slippers are there, variety, because they are homemade. Abhi bhi India mein a very big Khadi ashram, not Gandhi ashram, Khadi ashram. So there were young boys came. I was also young that time. So few of our friends, they went there and were looking for the slippers. But there are homemade, beautiful, like किसी में कुछ साइड में रहे है, किसी में ऐसा है. And then we एक पहना, दूसरा पहना, तीसरा पहना, oh, like half an hour. So the old guy who was salesman there, he was watching. वो देख रहा था कि ये वाला नहीं, ये this is okay, this is not okay, and this all these, there are 20 slippers these our friends were trying. So he came, I still remember his word. वो आया, कहता देखो बच्चों, हम लोग तो यंग थे उस समय, ये है माया जाल और ये दुकान बंद होने वाली 15 मिनट में. तो आप अगर यही करते रहोगे तो कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा इस माया जाल में से. इसलिए इस माया जाल में से एक अपने काम कर लो और बाहर जाओ, ये तो इस सारी जिंदगी से निकल जाएगी. बट हिज मैसेज वाज दैट कि यू स्पेंड द एंटायर लाइफ इन दिस माया जाल. तो बच्चों, इज ए नाइस मैसेज कि अपने काम की चीज निकलो और बाहर निकलो दुकान के, क्योंकि ये माया जाल है. एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर हिज वर्ड एंड आई वाज वेरी यंग. की कितनी बढ़िया बात बोली थी इसने, ये दुनिया दिस इज माया जाल. सो कबीर दास जी So yeah, that's what Prakriti is Maya. So the moment I'm sthit means established in Prakriti, I associated with myself with the Prakriti. So Kabir Das ji ka doha, and we'll stop there, right? Maya महाठगनी हम जानी, त्रिगुण फांस लिए कर डोले, बोले मधुर बानी. So त्रिगुण फांस means that noose, the फांसी का फंदा होते हैं. त्रिगुण and 14 chapter. माया के 3 गुण होते हैं, रजस तमस एंड सत्व. Maya महाठगनी हम जानी. She is going round and round with that noose in her hand. And जैसे ही आप माया के पास जाते हो, just she'll throw the noose and you are tied with that. And कबीर दास जी कहते हैं, कहो कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, यह सब अकत कहानी. You cannot describe the power of this Maya. So be careful, right? So ये त्रिगुणमयी माया जो है, ये बांध लेती है, and तब मनुष्य प्रकृतिस्थ हो जाता है. And भगवान says प्रकृतिस्थ मनुष्य अलग अलग योनियों में जन्म लेता है. अभी योनि से मतलब यहाँ नहीं हो रहा, बट सुख दुख भोगता है. And the reason is you create yourself, sansar yourself, nothing else. So we'll stop here because it's already 9:01. We'll just do the prarthana. And next week when we'll meet, we'll talk more about Prakriti and Maya, which is very interesting. And the key word is Prakritist. We have to make sure that we don't establish ourselves in Prakriti. Stay away. And I am the Sakshi of Prakriti. That's the goal. And that's the whole sadhana. So we'll just do the prarthana. It's 9:01 already, right? ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शांति शांति शांति. बोले कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय. तो अभी आप I'll close, but before you shut off everything, just be in the dhyan. Don't do the dhyan. Sit in the dhyan. We can do individually, right? But next week we'll not meet because I'm out for this Labor Day weekend, and we'll meet week after. But that will be interesting topic. Prakriti and Purush will continue. So the key word is Prakritistha Purush, the one who is identifying himself or herself with the material world is Prakritist. And Prakritist Purush can never be happy. It will be all, even if we are Sukh and Dukh, they are impermanent because it is Prakriti. So we'll stop here and continue next time. Hari Om. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.